Hello and welcome to Eloquens.com. Today I'm going to give you a full tour of the Eloquens website. As you explore Eloquens, there is a chat feature that pops up in the bottom right hand corner. If you ever have any questions about Eloquens or need any help, don't hesitate to use this feature and we'll respond as quickly as possible. Alternatively, you can book an appointment to schedule a call with myself or one of my colleagues to discuss further using the meeting link provided. After opening your Eloquens account, the first thing you need to do is personalize your channel. To do that, select the circle icon in the top far right hand corner. Here is where Eloquens members can gain some more information about you as an author and see all of your published best practices centralized in one place. If you scroll down slightly, you can select the Edit Your Channel button to personalize your channel's display picture, biography, links, socials, and more. We highly recommend authors to personalize their channel with these features, as it will greatly increase your downloads if your users know whose content they are buying. Once you have gained a following on your account, you can view your users by selecting this button, which you can use to network and offer your help. You can also filter them by searching for your top followers, most recent followers, and followers as they are most popular on Eloquens. You can also scroll down and see the Invite Your Network section. This is where you can directly invite your email contacts to follow you on Eloquens. Simply type in the email addresses here that you want to invite, or you could upload a CV file containing the desired addresses. Once you have entered them, you can select one of the three options below of how you would like to invite your contacts. This will choose the type of email notification that they will receive inviting them to your network. Once you have selected an option, select the Send Invitations button to send out your emails automatically. If we return to your channel page and scroll right down to the bottom, you have the option to create an automatic greeting to users who visit your profile. For example, you could write, "Welcome to my channel page. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to private message me," and then post it as an author. Perhaps before you start publishing content, it would be helpful to familiarize yourself with Eloquens and all of the categories we have to offer. To do that, return to the main homepage by selecting the Eloquens logo in the top left-hand corner of the screen. Here is where you can browse and search our various categories and best practices. All of our categories are indexed on search engines with the best methodologies on the market, so you can be rest assured that Eloquens will provide a strong and stable quality of traffic to your published best practices. To find the category you're looking for, either search its name in the search bar or look in the category bar at the top of the page. You can see our main categories along the top here, and then within each of these categories there are various different subcategories. If I hover my mouse over the finance category, which is our biggest category, you can see the most popular subcategories. To access your desired subcategory, you can select the yellow View All 76 subcategories button, or you can choose one of the most popular subcategories on the page, for example, accounting. Then you'll be able to see a description of that category and some relevant links. Below, you can access the best practices categorized within accounting. They are ranked by the most popular, the priced models, newly published, the full catalogue, most popular channels, and finally, related categories. All categories have public discussion feeds enabling users and authors to discuss on a given theme, notably if they can't find what they're looking for. All authors who have published a best practice in that category are notified automatically to guarantee a quick response. Users also have the option to follow categories, just like specific author channels, and get notified via email every time a new pertinent best practice is listed for them. If you go back to the main homepage, you can do the same for all of our other main categories, such as strategy, startups, marketing, legal, leadership and HR, technology, student, and other. If you decide to download some best practices from other authors, you can view them all in one place in your library page. To access it, simply click on the page icon here. Here is a list of all of the best practices that this author has downloaded, and you can access them by clicking on this blue text. At Eloquens.com, we encourage our users to rate the best practices that they have downloaded to give authors an understanding of their audience's response. You can do that by selecting the number of stars that you think the best practice should receive. Alternatively, you can write a review by detailing some more information to the author. To the right, you can select the circle to see the author of your best practice and access their channel to view their other published best practices. You can also message them directly by selecting this envelope icon. Once you are familiar with Eloquens and have downloaded some best practices to use as a benchmark, you can start publishing your own best practices. To do that, select this cloud icon and then the Publish a New Downloadable Best Practice button. Choose the type of best practice to publish out of the options available. These are downloadable best practices, how-to methods, PDF file formats, video files, online courses, or podcasts. First, you must choose a title for your best practice. For the sake of this video, let's write the one-on-one on how to publish a best practice in Eloquens. You can now insert some cover pictures. These should be at least 4 images of your best practice which summarize it and give users an idea of what they are about to purchase. Then, enter a short description of a maximum of 160 characters describing your best practice. This should be slightly more descriptive than the title, including keywords for SEO, but still concise and attention-grabbing. Next, write a long description about your content, describing what the best practice is about, who it is aimed for. You must write a minimum of 200 words, but we recommend 300 to 500 words, as it is an important factor in boosting your SEO and encouraging sales. Next, enter in the contents of your best practice, for example, an Excel template. Also enter some keywords which function like hashtags regarding your best practice, which again help to boost the SEO. You also have the option to enter in some further information such as the objectives and conditions for someone using your best practice. Then, upload your best practice from your library. Finally, you can toggle the Certification of Publication Date switch to ensure that no one can republish your work under their own name. The original publication date and a unique publication number will be released to publicly certify the date of your best practice on Eloquens. Go to the next step and you have the option to add a step-by-step methodology video to guide users through your best practice. Click Next Step again and you are taken to the pricing page. Pricing at Eloquens is very independent and chosen by yourself as an author. You can choose to make your content free to download, or it can be up to any prices you see fit. If you turn off the free switch, you can enter in the price. You can also make your best practice different prices for different types of users. At Eloquens, we have 3 different types of licenses. There are academic and non-profit licenses who are students or charities, business licenses who are professionals using your content to solve personal business issues, and consulting licenses who are teams of consultants or individuals who are using and sharing your content in their organizations or projects. For example, you may choose to make your best practice $5 for academic licenses, $10 for business licenses, and $20 for consulting licenses. Your net sales are your gross sales minus the 2.9% PayPal or Stripe fee for each sale, plus eventual affiliate fees if applicable. Your net author sales are then 85% of the net sales, and Eloquens keeps the other 15%. If you click Next, you have the option to share the best practice with your followers by notifying them of the new publication. Finally, click Confirm and your best practice will be sent for validation. This should only take 1 or 2 days, and then it will be published automatically onto your Eloquens channel. Once you have published a best practice, you can view, monitor, and manage it on the best practice page. If we go back to the best practice main page, we can see a list of this author's best practices in chronological order. You can view each best practice as they appear to users by clicking on the title. The first column on the right-hand side states the price of the best practice. You can see that the best practice titled Critical Analysis of a Venture P&L is priced at $5, $10, or $15, depending on the license of the user. Just to the right here, we can see the amount of views and downloads that this best practice has received. You can click on the Downloads option to view the individual channels or community of users that have downloaded your best practice. You can click on their icon and send them a private message if you would like to offer them your help as they are using your content. If we go all the way back to the Your Best Practice page again, you can see this feature here where you can add a coupon to your best practice. This feature is a great tool to encourage and increase your downloads by offering a discount on your best practice. For example, you may decide to create a coupon to offer a discount to the students, colleagues, or clients of your business. Start by typing in the name of your discount coupon, which is the code that you will give to the people using it. Then, enter in the percentage discount you would like the coupon to offer, and finally add the dates that you want it to be valid between. Click Save to process the coupon, and then all you need to do is share the code with whoever you would like. Just to the right, you have the option to add a co-author to your best practice. If you select this blue square, you can add your co-author's account. Or you have the option to credit another author on Eloquens or any other people or organizations who have helped you. This is a great feature if you are working on a company account or have worked collaboratively with other people to produce the best practice. You can also click on the 3 buttons on the far right-hand side to manage your best practice. You can edit it as you see fit, put it on hold to hide it from the catalogue, archive it, or share it on your socials. At the top of the page, you can select this Who Used Your Published Best Practices button to be taken to the notifications page. Here is where you can see and will be notified of all the activity which goes on your Eloquens channel. You can also access this page by selecting the bell icon at the top of the page. With this drop-down box, you can choose to view your notifications based on all notifications, downloads, purchases, reviews, publications, discussions, or followers. You have the option to ask your best practice users for a review, thank those who have left one, or you can view their channel or profile. Next, you have the dashboard feature, which you can access by selecting the square icon in the top bar of the page. Once you have published some best practices, you can use the dashboard feature to view and monitor the performance of your best practices or channel as a whole. Here you can see the views section, which shows the number of people who have looked at your best practices. The download section to the right indicates the number of people who have downloaded your best practices. Moving along to reviews, we can see here that this channel has received 70 reviews. Leaving reviews is great for encouraging sales as it helps the author to know how useful their content is, what users have enjoyed, and what could be improved upon. The sales section shows the sales revenue over several months. You also have the option to select this drop-down box to view your channel's performance from your entire time on Eloquens, the last 7 days, the last 30 days, and the last 3 months, so you can have a more precise view of your channel's statistics. Additionally, you can click on each individual best practice to track its performance and sales. Here you can see the conversion rates of this best practice, which is the rate of downloads to views. This is a helpful indicator to highlight which publications are performing better than others. The yellow View Your Users button enables you to view the specific users of your best practice. This is a great tool as you can then discuss and network with your users and even identify potential leads for your business. If you scroll down, you can see other channels or authors that are similar to yours. This feature can be used to benchmark yourself against them, or again can be used as a networking opportunity. Finally, once you have started generating sales, your best practice users may contact you via the private messaging system to ask any questions about your content. Access it by selecting the envelope icon in the top right-hand corner. Here you can see all of your private conversations, respond to messages, and discuss or network with other Eloquens users and authors. I hope you've enjoyed this tour of Eloquens.com. If you have any questions, please reach out to myself or one of my colleagues by using the chat bot on the Eloquens website.